All right, good day and welcome to another BowmanWebServices.com video. My name is Tom Bowman and I'd like to welcome you to my website. If you are looking for somebody that does SEO, search engine optimization, or AdWords, Google AdWords, I'd like you to consider a couple of things. First off, you've been sold SEO, but you really probably have not had SEO done, and you've been sold AdWords, but it was done very, very poorly and cost you way more than it ever should have. And so, consider that you have to develop a website, okay? And so SEO may not even be anything that's going to bring a single one lead in the next year, okay? And I don't care what anybody else tells you, they're not practical. I know because I have personally built at least 4 websites and built their stats up to the point where they do get traffic organically without AdWords. Now, let's just see. First off, I promote hotels and resorts, okay? And I do special marketing for them related to vacation promotions or timeshare promotions. And so, if you're looking for a pretty website, there's things you could do. You could put headers and videos and pictures and other things on a website. You can actually embed video and stuff on a website. But know that you have to develop all of this content. This is not something you pay $99 a month for, all right? Yes, I do offer stuff like that where I monitor and I'll host and I'll do all of those different things and I'll pull stats. But SEO, no, you can't buy SEO for $99 a month because they're not going to do this, all right? SEO is like 30 different things that have to be developed for each website that you own, okay? And that requires content, it requires social networks, it requires a lot of hours of work. And consider that if just a general employee does the work, it's probably going to be done about 10%, right? You need somebody that is proficient and that every hour they put in is actually going to produce a result. And so I'm expensive, without a doubt. But I'm somebody that produces results, and I don't fail and I don't quit. And I'm an entrepreneur. I'm somebody who works for myself, and I must have results. If I don't have results, you don't have results, and at the end of the day, you will fire me, right? And so consider that you need to develop your website. And so, 2 sides of it. One is SEO, search engine optimization. One is paid ads, Google AdWords. Know that Google AdWords gets like 60% of all the world's traffic, and then it's like Yahoo and Bing, right? Or like down to like 15%, and then Facebook, I think, comes in at like 8 or something like that. Whatever it is, AdWords is the king, right? Or Google is the king, and they're the ones that you need to develop your ads and your everything for if you're going to do paid marketing. Even if you're not going to use AdWords, there's plenty of other things you can run ads on. But just know that AdWords is the best, right? AdWords gets the most traffic, it has the most possibility, and so note that there's 2 sides of things. One is SEO, and that's what this is. Organic monthly traffic, right, is SEO, right? And then on top of that, I can escalate that by doing AdWords, right? And so know that every website has an authority, and it has links, and it has traffic, right? So what does that all mean? It means that you have to build up your stats. If you don't have stats, you're not doing SEO. And so ultimately, you have to have Search Console, you have to have Google Analytics, and this is Search Console right here, right? Search Console is Google's baby. It's going to tell me the heartbeat and the pulse of this website right here. And you see I got a bunch of them. But this website right here, I can actually, and you can see here, this is in the last 7 days. I got 226 generic organic clicks, right? All right, this doesn't matter. Don't matter this because I'm going to show you that in a second. But I got 15,000 impressions. And that's on just this one website, right? And that was this website, right? The pretty one. And I'm running an AdWords campaign on this right now. And I want you to know this is the most developed website in the vacation promotion industry. In fact, I've been doing this like 8 years, so I've answered dozens and dozens of questions about this promotion, right? And so most of the vendors out here, no, they're just telemarketers, they're, call centers. They don't have anything like this. And I want you to know that this is probably the best thing going for Sandos Resorts. I have it tagged, hashtagged, etc., right? And so just note that developing a website produces statistics, okay? And developing a website takes a hell of a lot of time. This is a 7 to 9 year project. Now, given the first 3 years, I probably didn't know very much, and I learned a lot over the last 7 years or 8 years, right? How to develop this. And so just note that this thing loads super fast. It's on like a CDN, right? I can click and it will load pretty damn fast with the video, with pictures and everything. And while I'm running a video in the background recording all this, it's loading quick, right? This is impressive. And so just note that 50% of all your traffic comes from a cell phone. So if your website loads in 10 seconds, you're fucked. Sorry to say, it's not going to produce anything. And the people are going to bounce, and you're still going to pay for the clicks, and et cetera, et cetera. And so know that you have to develop your website. Here's what I mean. Every website has statistics, right? And so here's another one. This one here is my local website. And so if you're looking to boost your website and you just want to buy a link, you're like, I don't want you to develop anything for me, Tom. This is probably the hottest thing going in the Daytona Beach, Port Orange, Ponce Inlet, New Smyrna Beach area. If you want a link, I'll give you a link, okay? And so what is it? Well, here you go. This is a landing page for all the fun things to do, restaurants, etc., etc. Fun things to do in Daytona Beach, parks, etc., etc. And so this here is the actual page. I'm sorry, that was another page. And so here is the main page, the landing page that has the tide, the weather. It has 100 and something pages, probably 150 pages now of content that I'm slowly developing. And note that, I'm still developing this, right? And as I develop it, it gets statistics, right? I can come in here and I can actually look up the statistics, right? It has stats, right? And in the last 7 days, it got 55,000 impressions. It got 396 generic clicks, and that's through SEO. I am not running ads on this website. I'm running ads on the other website, right? And so consider that if you have a business, I will give you a page here on this landing page. If you're a restaurant and you're a fun thing to do and you can link to tourism in any way, shape, or form, this is your thing. You should definitely consider having something up here. And I will develop it, and I will pull stats, and I'll show you just how SEO really works, okay? Honestly, it doesn't work for most people, and know that there's only 10 people that can play on the first page of Google at any given time, right, for any given phrase. So if you're in a tough niche, SEO is probably not going to work for you for years. I want you to know that I'm building something to rank in the Cancun tourism market, and I'm at it like 7 or 8 years building this thing, and it's still not ranking on the first page. I mean, it does for hundreds of keyword phrases, but not for the ones that get 10,000 searches, like every month. I'm still working on that. And so that's what AdWords is for, right? I have an active AdWords campaign running right now promoting that promotion. And so note that you can't just, I don't care if somebody says they're AdWords certified. That all is just fine and dandy, but the guy you're talking to on the phone is probably not AdWords anything. He's a salesman. He's a telemarketer. He's in a call center. He's making $11 an hour maybe, where he's just on commission. I want you to know he's out to lie to you and take your money, and he's going to produce nothing. He's not going to produce statistics, okay? And consider that it's all about the statistics. Without the statistics, it's really just nothing. At the end of the day, it's about these stats. And so consider that, what is this? What is all this, Tom? I know. This is Search Console. This is Google's baby. It shows you everything, right? It tells me the pulse and everything, my blood pressure of this website, right? It tells me my position on Google. And so right now, here, I rank for everything alligators. You type in alligators here in Daytona Beach, I'm going to come up. And I have things in Cozumel and Cabo and stuff like that. But, different things here. Disappearing Island, right? And really, it'll give me an amazing amount of statistics, right? And so what is all this? So this here is my position on Google, whether I'm number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, right? Whether I'm on the first page, the second page, the third page, right? And so when I get up here, this is like between the first and second search result on Google, right? This is how many impressions I got, and this is how many times I got clicked on, right? And so I can actually see the heartbeat of this thing, right? Right here I got, and so again, what are you even talking about? I can type in alligators, Daytona Beach, and let's just hope that works out, huh? And so I got 113 impressions, average position of 4 clicks, okay? And I go on down here, and I should, oh, actually, I'm #1 on Google. Okay, and I just took some alligator video the other day, so that's going to stay there forever. So, yeah. So if you're somebody that says alligator things going on at Daytona Beach, I'm #1. Yay! And so, again, you have to develop content. And so keep in mind, there's 150 pages here of things you can do in Daytona Beach, right? Each one of these is being developed. I still got to go take pictures of all these different things, right? So I can create a header, right? And header image. And then each one of these pages has a page of content that has a video, or at least may have a playlist of videos, up to 50 videos that you can just click through, right? And then it has content that I've developed. It's got a picture, right? It's got links, right? It's got stuff, content that I've developed, right? In the same way, every one of these pages gets some kind of content. Now, in a lot of cases, there's just a video or very poor content, but it still gets me in the ball game, and it still gives me stats, right? And so this is what it's giving me. It's giving me stats. And so you saw that, this is just the last 7 days, right? The type of traffic and impressions it's getting. If I were to show you what it did for the last 3 months, completely different story, right? 488,000 impressions with 3,400 click-throughs. And that's all under these different things, right? And again, I can, Disappearing Island, and I go, a lot of things that are different places. Cabo and Cancun are not Daytona Beach, right? But still, you get the idea that you have to be in the game. If you're just thinking you're gonna do SEO without building any content, you got a 5-page website, don't buy SEO. What are you doing? SEO is not going to work for you unless you're in like a tiny niche. I want you to know, even in the, I have a local handyman company, right? I know. You're a web guy and a handyman? I am. I'm somebody that problem solves. I'm really good at fixing shit. And whether it's SEO and building a website, whether it's something pretty or something more complex, right? All right. I have a handyman company. And so I want you to know this website ranks all across the Daytona Beach and Port Orange area. I should be able to go here at any given time and type in Orange handyman, right? And if I do that, I got people that are trying to compete with me, right? You can see that I got impressions and clicks, and that, boom, I'm right here. I'm in the maps, right? I'm #1 in the maps, okay? And I'm down here, I am #4 on Google, right? And so the same thing. So again, if you can't test somebody's skills, why hire them, honestly? I'm somebody that does it all day long. Here I am, #3 in the maps, and so again, that's Google Places or Google My Business. I built that up too. Yeah, that's another thing. So that's what I mean. SEO. SEO is like 30 things, right? You have to develop all these things, otherwise it doesn't work. And it takes years. It really does. And here you go. So I got, somebody beating me because they're on next door, okay? But ultimately, I'm right here, #4. And all for major keyword phrases, right? Here in the local market. And so just consider hire somebody that has skills, right, to do your stuff. And so again, whether you want video headers, you want a nice website, it ultimately needs to load fast. And so back to AdWords. So if you're looking for somebody to run your AdWords, so again, if SEO isn't working for you, you need to buy your ads. You need to buy your keywords. And so just note, just don't hire anybody. I don't care if they're AdWords certified. The truth is, they have to have experience. Honestly, somebody could tell me they're a rocket scientist, but if they've ever built a rocket before, and like today their first day building a rocket, I don't want to get on that fucker. I'm just telling you, I don't want to get on it. And so consider that you have to build up your website, right? And so here's an AdWords thing, and I'm trying to amplify this, right? Because I'm selling promotions. And so this whole deal here is going to, there's certain things that I'm bidding for, right? And so just note that just setting it up is one thing, but somebody needs to monitor this. This thing's a tab that's open right here, right? This tab, it's open all the time, I'm looking at this thing 8 times a day because I'm spending money, right? I'm spending money on clicks every time somebody clicks. And so 54 clicks. Now, of course, that's in the last 7 days. That's 54 clicks, and I've optimized the daylights out of this. Otherwise, it would be like 250 clicks, and I'd be getting the same exact results. But by optimizing this thing, I'm reducing the amount of clicks I get, and I'm increasing my results. And ultimately, the landing pages that those clicks are going to are highly optimized so that I'm getting the best price per click. And so just consider it's a whole can of worms, right, as they say. And just note that, you get statistics on every one of those things, right? And note that, if I hover over any one of them, I can edit it. If I go over here to the actual, so these are the keyword phrases that actually showed up. So I'm doing a broad search, timeshare presentation deals 2021, and then add a word, right? That's what the quotes are. The quotes are that phrase plus a word or two words, right? And so if you come over here, you can see that that's that keyword phrase right there. But if somebody typed in, timeshare presentation deals 2021 Cancun, that would trigger this ad also. And so just note that these are all the words that are triggering ads. And so if I don't like that, I would just click add negative and I take it off the list. And every time it shows up in the future, it won't produce my ad, right? And it won't produce somebody to click it, and it won't be a useless, worthless click, right? And that's how you optimize. And so just consider, you've got to have somebody that is competent and is somebody that is a strategist, somebody that is not an employee, because I am just on the employee wagon. I'm telling you, God, if you're an employee somewhere, produce results. And I want you to know somebody will double your salary. As an entrepreneur, if I could find somebody that could produce results, I will pay you big money. Honestly, I mean, it's about results, isn't it? It's about statistics and results. And note that if you're not measuring something, you can't make it better, right? If you don't know how many push-ups you did yesterday and the day before and the day before that, you cannot improve because you didn't record or didn't keep some kind of stats. And so just note that here on AdWords, right, you can see something like that phrase. It only got one impression, one click, but it's just a stupid thing. Why not just get rid of it, right? And so now it'll never come back. Here's Marriott. I'm not promoting Marriott, right? And that's what I said. Timeshare presentation deals 2021 plus a word, right? And so, yeah, we don't want that. So it's gone, right? It's gone. It's out of here, right? And just know that throughout this, Google's going to just throw a whole bunch of crap at you. And obviously I don't want Apple vacations, right? That's not one that I want very, well. So I'm going to hover over that. I'm going to add as a negative keyword, right? And so, yeah, Vancouver. That's like a flight search, right? Somebody searching for a flight, that's probably not going to produce a very high quality lead, right? So it's about high quality leads. It's about adjusting your AdWords. It's about monitoring it. And I want you to know that I could beat just about anybody right out of the gate. Honestly, if you answered the phone one day and it was a telemarketer saying, hey, buy me, and you bought them, I want you to know I got them beat. They're already beat. Just give me a call. All right, let's chat about your marketing here in 2021. If you're in the Daytona Beach, Ponce Inlet, Port Orange area, consider participating in this gigantic web project to produce skill or show skill and talent. You can, as I develop this thing, you'll be able to add coupons, etc., right? And so consider all these things in your next web development company. Is the guy that knows how to do all this shit actually working on your project, or is he subbing it out to somebody in India? Nothing wrong with that. I do use people overseas because they're inexpensive, but I use them for doing things like tagging stuff or editing a video or whatever it might be, right? Now in this case, I took again, it takes a lot of time to develop something. I can embed somebody else's videos, or I can make my own video, right? Or somebody has to make the video, right? In order to tag it, write a description, upload it to YouTube, upload it to Facebook, then embed it on a web page, create content, create pictures for that web page, and then ultimately, once I do all that, this page will start to collect statistics, right? And stats. And so, just know every website leaves a fingerprint. Every website has some kind of authority, some kind of backlink, some kind of organic traffic, right? You can see that it takes time to build things up. You're just not going to tomorrow. And so keep in mind, here's a website that I built. It's got a domain of 5. That's not very good. It gets almost no traffic, right? But it has like 400 pages. Now, keep in mind, selfgrowthvideos.com is really just it's like a motivational website that kind of shows you just fun, things that you can learn to grow, high dollar skills, motivational, powerful stuff, right? And so, yeah, I think you'll like it. And so, again, skill, right? This looks nice. It's presentable, right? It has an amazing amount of content. Now, ultimately, the only thing this website here is missing is written words, right? So really, it's a video. It's a video website. And when you go here, it's just really a collection of this guy's motivational videos, right? Now, in this case, this is just one of his videos. But in a lot of cases, you'll find that I have, an entire channel embedded. All right, so this guy's a great photographer, right? And he has all kinds of stuff going on, and he has an entire channel. I want you to know that none of this is mine, right? This is somebody's feed that I've embedded into a single web page, and it has all this content is his content, right? He typed all this into his own YouTube channel, and then I've taken and embedded it. So the same thing. You could, as a local Daytona Beach business, right? You could have me create a page here. You could then go to your YouTube, and on your YouTube, you'd be able to upload a playlist, and then ultimately use that playlist and embed it into one of these pages, right? And so, again, and then that would come down to how much work you've done on your YouTube, right? Or you could pay somebody to create a video. And so just note that if you're a local Daytona Beach restaurant, why haven't you taken a 30-second video of every plate that you cook? If you're somebody that makes fantastic ribs or an incredible spaghetti, why aren't you make a video like, this is how we make our sauce? And then bang, put all those videos into a playlist, and then you can embed that playlist on your website so people can look at the menu and then look at a playlist of all the stuff that you're serving, so they can actually physically see it with their eyeballs, right? They can hear it sizzling. And so just things to consider. And so here's a page I built for Chop Chop Korean restaurant. I love this place, man. This guy makes little bowls, and it's just incredible. They're like Korean bowls, and they're incredible. Incredible. So I built this page. I created some content. I found somebody else's video, all right? And then I created my own video, right? And so, boom. Wouldn't that be nice if that was on your menu page?
This just went away, huh?
30 seconds. That's all it takes. Show your food. Show what you're cooking. And so just note that at the end of the day, web development, and ultimately monitoring your results. Okay, you gotta have results. Without results, you really don't have anything, right? And so it's all measurable. And so before you hire anybody, hire somebody that knows what the hell they're doing, and ultimately will produce results, and ultimately can verify that they did the work. All right, hey, thanks for stopping by and listening to my very long rant here at Bowman Web Services. If you're looking for AdWords or any kind of web development SEO services, consider chatting with me before you go and you pay big money, because I'll make you a deal. I'm looking to grow. I'm a winner. Ultimately, I'll even take a piece of the results that I produce. Ooh, that's right. Less money out of pocket up front. Less money when it's all said and done. But ultimately, if you don't have anything going right now, I want you to know that I will develop your stuff, and I will help make you a profitable business as long as you help make me a profitable business, right? All right, hey, dig it. Hey, let's chit-chat. Bowman Web Services, Tom Bowman here. Thanks for stopping by. I wanna travel to.com, BowmanWebServices.com, all-inclusive vacation and travel, all mentioned in this video. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.